Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here to the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you are here right now, say what up, say good morning. S&P's down 15, Dow's down 169, NASDAQ down 18. How's everyone doing this morning? We got Micah, Mason, Jeff, Goldfish, Hank, Carl. Got everybody up in the house tonight this morning. We're back. Ben, Anthony. Man. Yeah, it's been kind of wild. Right now, we had a huge drop here on SPY, on the S&Ps, on pretty much everything. Carl, you holding them calls. Faiz, what's going on? So, if you're just joining, say what up. Yeah, the market is coming back, and honestly, I don't think there's anything that could stop this market. I mean, we have right now, the coronavirus cases continue to rise, which they've been rising, and the market's dropped and it's recovered. So, I honestly think that any major dip, any dip's gonna be bought. Been working for the past few months. Early couldn't join you. Mr. Morris, it's all good. I actually took a little bit of time off streaming, so I'm back. I'm back. Yo, Michael, what's going on? So, did they say a CNBC analysis, Johns Hopkins University Day, found the U.S. 7-day average of corona cases surged more than 30% from a week ago. California is one of the states that has seen a dramatic spike in cases, adding more than 6,000 on Monday alone. Overseas, Germany reported a cluster of newly confirmed cases at a slaughterhouse. So, they got Fauci back on here saying U.S. is seeing a disturbing surge in new COVID cases. What here's the thing. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? Daniel Matthews, first time getting live for live. Glad you're here. This is what I'm somehow. We've been talking about this, and yes, states are reopening. Illinois announced it's going to reopen for phase 4 soon here, July 15th. Movie theaters, nightclubs, that kind of thing, bars are going to be open here in Illinois and Chicago. And I mean, this is just common sense, right? Just common sense. The more people are interacting with each other, the more likely you are to get sick. The more likely you're going to come across somebody with coronavirus. Versus a few months ago when we were locked in our homes, there's really no chance, right? If I'm locked inside my house here, nowhere to go, everything's closed, who am I going to get it from? Maybe someone that delivers me food or whatever the case is, but chances are you're not going to get some. But now people are going back out. People are getting some it's summertime. People are going out, and I think that honestly, I think that this is going to probably have to. There's no vaccine, so what's going to have to happen? We're going to have to build some sort of herd immunity. If more people are interacting with each other, more people are going to get sick. More people are going to come across coronavirus. That's just the way it is. Now I will have to say, the people that I know that have gotten coronavirus, yes, they said it was terrible, it was awful. However, they didn't die from it. I thought, it was bad. Yes, it was very bad. You could die from it. Some people get really sick. Some people die. But all the people that I've known have gotten coronavirus. Now, this is not a case study by any means. I'm no scientist. I'm no doctor. But the people in my direct circle in my life, family members that have gotten it. I mean, they recovered. They're good. They even one of them even urged me, said, "Hey, yeah, you should think about getting it." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, so you can move freely." Like he's I know you could. I don't know about the whole reinfection thing and all that, but I think eventually, I mean, if there's no vaccine, eventually it is what it is. We're gonna get it. They tried to stop it. They couldn't stop it. It's a virus. I mean, what do they want us to do? So that being said, yes, the market dropped on that news, and the market's bouncing back. Apple yesterday, Apple bouncing. I mean, there were some pretty big end of day sell-offs yesterday, such as like Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. How long were they sick for? They were sick for close to 2 weeks. Yeah, they were saying that, it was, they didn't really have, I mean, they had, some people that I know had coronavirus with pneumonia, which is bad. Some people I know just had the coronavirus, no pneumonia, and, they said it was difficult to breathe, but they said the biggest thing for them was the fevers, like the fevers that were endless fevers for 5 days straight, 6 days straight. They said that was some of the toughest. That was some of the toughest. So, I mean, I've known quite a few people that have gotten coronavirus, and it's not something that I want to get based on what they've told me, but it's also like, if I do get it, I don't think I'm going to be that afraid to get it, but it's going to suck. It's going to suck bad. Chewy. Go Daniel Salyers, how's it going? CW. Someone just had a little diarrhea. Yeah, I mean, you don't know. My father-in-law had it, and his coworker actually ended up in a medical induced coma on a respirator, but he came off of it. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on. I mean, I know a lot of people that work in hospitals. I know a lot of people that work in the ICU. I know a lot of people that, and it's I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I don't think anybody really knows the true numbers. I think if we knew the true numbers, because like if I get a little sick, let's say I get a little sick, maybe it is coronavirus and I didn't know it. Those people are not going to be accounted for, like you were saying, Chewy. Like if you just had, you feel a little sick. Like some people I know got tested for coronavirus and all they felt was lethargic. They didn't have any other symptoms. They got tested, they were positive, but all they were lethargic. And like, well, that's the best case scenario. If I get coronavirus, I just want to feel a little tired. That wouldn't be so bad, right? But then there's some people that, so I don't know. I don't know. Most people that were out strictly for corona lasted about 8 to 10 days. And then I know that there's people that, the people that got it that I know live with those other people, and the people that they live with didn't get it. So why was the virus passing over certain people? The virus cares and it's looking for something particular, and it goes for certain people and then it bypasses other people. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not going to get too tinfoil hat here, but with it, because we can speculate all day, what's going on here. But back to the market, Apple. So coronavirus cases rising, market dropped. However, it's showing relatively good strength this morning. It looks like a pretty nice recovery right now. Looks like a buy the dip scenario. Apple came down to 362 this morning. It's already up to 366. I mean, the lid is blown off the top here. I mean, it's just going. It's gone. It's gone. Apple. It was coming up on the 327 area. It was having some difficulty, consolidate a little bit, and then it just finally busted through. I mean, I do think that Apple's going to pull back though, because typically like the iOS 14 is going up, particularly on the WWDC, the developer conference. If you guys aren't familiar with the developer conference, every year Apple hosts a developer conference called WWDC. They announce the latest iOS, latest developer features, blah blah blah. And this kind of gives just a preview on where Apple's headed in the future. And this is the most dramatic redesign. You know, Android users can say what they want, but for iPhone users, this is the most dramatic redesign in years, and that's what's pushed Apple up. People are going to think they're more interested. Even though iPhone sales were down in May, Apple's pushing higher up on speculation, which is, it's just what it is, right? You're Daniel Ring, JCam, Dan. Man, there's a lot of Dan and Daniels up in here. I know, you know, there's a lot of Daniels. DKNG. So DKNG came down a bit here, down to 30. Was it 37, 38 area? However, to me, it's still looking bullish. If you're looking at the 1 year chart, like if you're day trading DKNG, I think you're gonna have a hard time. But for swing trading DKNG, it's been holding this area. I do believe that it's going to pop to 50, but I think that it's going to need some sort of catalyst. I know that the MLB starting up with a 60 game. I don't remember the exact details, but they're going to reopening. Let me pull it up real quick, just so I can have the right information. Okay. Okay, MLB announces 60-game season for 2020. Opening day will be July 23rd, 24th. Okay, so players will report to camp July 1st. So things are heating up. We need, for DKNG, we need things to heat up in the sports world. Right now, sports are dead, obviously. We need sports to rally together, and we need some news to come out with DKNG saying, hey, a lot of people are trading gambling on our platform. Sorry, I get confused with gamblers and traders these days. You know, it's a very confusing time. You know, but MLB's opening back up. Is it NBA? Did the NBA? I thought NBA was going to be coming back. NBA is coming back in. I don't know. I think the NBA's got too much drama. I think looking at it, you know, some NBA players want to opt out of. I don't know what's going on with the NBA. NBA's got a lot of stuff going on right now. MLB's coming back though. MLB is coming back. We need the NBA to come back though. We need MLB, and then we need the football season to start this year. The coronavirus cases are soaring. Yeah, Derek. But it's what it is. New Apple only chip. Yeah, I mean, the Apple chip, I think is going to be pretty good for Apple as long as developers support that chip. You know, we know that they support Intel, and I'm also going to be really interested in how Windows works on the new chip, because you know right now Windows works with Intel chips. Oh, it does work with AMD as well, but it's going to be interesting to see how long for the Apple chips, the new Apple chips, for Boot Camp Windows to run on that. If it ever does, I don't know. That is going to be really, really interesting to me. But what I do like about, you know, kind of like the iPhone and the iPad, Apple's been making their own chips for many years now, and the nice thing about it is that they can control the process from front to end. They don't have to wait for Intel to roll out new features so that they can make their devices better. They can just make their chips better, and then that would make their devices better. So they're not going to be held back. I mean, we've seen that like on the iPhone, the technology they built in there with the Face ID, Touch ID, encryption, how they store all that onto the chip. You know, it's amazing technology. So I'm definitely excited for that to happen. However, for this to work properly, they're going to need developer support. And I don't know if Mac is, you know, Mac. So Mac, where are you? Okay, hold on. Let's here you go. So Mac accounts for 7.4%. Mac accounts for 7.4% of revenue. So it's really small. However, iPad accounts for 6.4. So Mac is bigger than the iPad, but the way that the iPad Pro is going, I have an iPad Pro right now. They're trying to position the iPad Pro to take over some of the, probably like MacBook Air and stuff like that. That they can probably get rid of. So iPhone accounts for 42% of its revenues. Services are 24%, but Mac and iPad are kind of battling it out here at the bottom, 7.4, 6.4. But if you combine them, that's about 15% right here at the bottom. So definitely, I don't know. I mean, Macs, I don't think people are, should I be shorting Intel? I don't think Intel's going to really see that loss in revenue, mainly because they don't really sell that many. They don't really sell Mac. Intel does not depend on Mac or Apple by any means. Nick, have you heard of the OS called Tails? I have not. I'll look it up after the stream though. Could be interesting for sports if they shut down the whole thing down again. I don't know. I think they're taking I don't want to be insensitive to people that have health issues. Especially since my wife is a diabetic. But at the end of the day, we can't stop it. We can't stop it. So we got to do our best. If someone gets sick, that player can't show up, and people got to do their best to kind of chill. And if the whole team gets sick, then there's no game anyways. I don't know. Unless you guys want to watch a games with a bunch of second and third stringers. I don't know. From a business perspective, coronavirus is very bad for business because it's highly contagious and knocks people out for weeks. Because even if you get it, you're not going to be playing games. You're going to be sick. You're going to be sick. BYND. So Beyond Meat, it's got topped out here at 160, but its current range is 140 to 160. After it popped out strong. So right now it has bounced off of 140 3 times, popped back up to 160. Now it's coming back down. So right now I'm just kind of waiting to see what it does. Yes, it popped down quite a bit. Would have been nice for a day trade. This would have been a nice day trade set up yesterday. But the scary part about shorting this is look how bullish that looked, and then it dropped, right? It was looking bullish, like, oh, this is going to squeeze hard this time. It tried to tap 165 yesterday even, or 2 days ago. And then came down, got rejected, came down. I think it did close above 160. People thought it was going to probably gap up, and it didn't. So this was a tough one. This would be a tough one to read because it looks like it's at resistance here. It looks like it's on the verge of breaking out, and then it immediately reverses. So right now I'm looking to see, I don't really want to short Beyond, but I would be interested if it comes down to 140 if you get a little bit long. Everyone should try to remember before the virus you could get sick from something else on the way to work and die. It happened every day before. You could die from a lot of different things. I agree. However, actually, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Facebook. So let's talk about Facebook. So Facebook, we had a pretty big sell-off at the end of the day there. We'll see if they recover. But Facebook, right now is at 240. 240 what? 240. Okay, 241 right now. It needs to stay above 241, 242 area to stay above this resistance right now, Hank. I definitely think if it comes back below, we might see it pull back a little bit to the 10-day here, which is like 235 area. If it can't stay above like 242. If it can't stay above 242, I think it's going to pull back a little bit to the 10-day. However, I don't know when, but it could push back up. Man, S&P's just dropped a bit. Things are pulling back a little bit here before open. 10 minutes until open, things are peeling back, but it doesn't really look. It doesn't. It's dropped, but it doesn't really look that scary. Honestly, it looks like a bullish consolidation here and pull forward, but we'll see. We'll see. We gotta get those. We gotta get those Robinhood traders to start tapping their fingers. Saying, "Hey, this buy the dip. Dow's down 200. Buy the dip. You can't go wrong. Stocks only go up. Let's do it." What's the worst that could happen? My account goes to zero. I've lived through worse. JCam, AMD. Let's take a look here. How's our boy AMD? Oh, oof, man. AMD forming a tight triangle right now. It's at 54. We're back. It tried, guys. It tried pushing up to 58, 59 area. Immediately rejected. I mean, it topped there, and then it didn't even close there that day on June 10th. It closed at like 57.43, went up to 59, closed at 57.43, and it's game over since. But it does look like a very tight triangle forming here, and it does look like it's going to break out. But the question is when. When is it going to break out? I do think that AMD is going to break out, but it's been taken right now. It's been consolidating for almost more than 2 months now. So it's basically in this range for more than 2 months. So if you guys are looking at this stock, now this is my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes, not investment advice. But this is what I do, and I might even do it. It might be a good opportunity here, and it could go wrong. What I would do is I would right now sell a credit put spread in AMD around here, around 52, 53 area, and wait. That's what I would do. Because you can't time it, and it's burning premium the longer it goes out. So in this scenario, you have to look at the stock as, okay, I believe it's going to go up. It's been consolidating. I don't know when it's going to go. So you have to start using what tools do you have? What strategies can you use to benefit from this setup? And the strategy that I would use is selling some credit put spreads. And why I say that, or debit, or you can, I don't really like debit call spread, because I would sell an in the money credit put spread, and I would just wait. And if it just stays here, winds down the premium, you click that premium. However, if it rips up, then you still click that premium. So I think that is the winning scenario here versus buying calls, or because if you're buying calls here, they're just gonna bleed you out. Waiting for the big move, it may not happen. It may take more months. I don't know. Could be next week. Could be tomorrow. So we'll be looking at Netflix today. So yeah, I could look. Yeah, Netflix for sure. I'll look at. But yeah, that's what I would do here. Credit put spread right in here. Sell some premium. Wind it down. If it pops up, you make that premium a little bit faster. If it doesn't, just winds you down. We'll kind of see. But it's even though the market's dropped a lot, it's been holding. Like AMD's been holding. Even though the market drops, AMD's been holding. So that's pretty bullish. Just means it's consolidating up in here, which is very healthy for a stock. Normal for it to do. You can't expect a stock to move all the time. Netflix. So Netflix, man, every stock sold off yesterday. Everything, like all the charts look the same. Everything topped out in the afternoon. In the afternoon, it dropped out. So nice movement. Yesterday. I definitely don't like that I missed trading the last 2 days. This was some really nice movement last couple days, guys. Really nice. Anyways, it's at 467, 466 above resistance. So yeah, one upgrade, this thing pops to 500 easy. Even though the market's dropping right now. Market's dropping, but we know that when coronavirus cases go up, what's going to happen to Netflix and Peloton and Zoom and DocuSign? Look at that. Netflix pushing up already. Zoom's pushing up. DocuSign flat, but DocuSign's probably going to be pushing up. Watch for DocuSign to rip up. Since DocuSign's flat right now, watch it for it to rip up at open. on Corona. So when we're playing the coronavirus news, you have to look at the coronavirus safe stocks. And right now, the coronavirus safe stocks, Netflix, Zoom, DocuSign, Peloton broke out as well. They got some upgrades up to 70. This is looking very, very bullish right now. For me, I don't want to go long Peloton, but looking at the chart, looks very bullish. Like I said a week ago, if you take all bias away and you just look at the chart, you hop on the long train. Even though I do think it could pull back down to 50, but we'll see. We'll see. Buy the pullback. Amazon's ripping up. Amazon's just insane as well. Amazon's just yesterday. I mean, 27.26 to 27.80. I mean, this is insane. Insane. Should have sold some credit put spreads for on Monday and just left them alone and come back to max profit, but it's all good. If you guys want to hit the like button, I appreciate it. Some people, probably not as many people are tuning in, probably just like, is Nick going live? He's not going on. Like inconsistency, and this is in streaming, in YouTube, or in trading. If you're inconsistent and you're not putting in the work, you're not going to get the best results, right? So, if I don't go live for 2 days, people are going to start thinking, hey, he's probably not going to be there the third day or the fourth day. So, but once you start getting consistent, especially in trading, you start building those numbers up. Fastly, plug. I think it was just some penny stocks. I mean, plug. I mean, if you want to chase, go for it. I typically don't trade stocks like Plug or Fastly, but if you want, I mean, definitely does look bullish. Had it left off, if it pulls back down to like $6, definitely buy the pullback. But right now it's at 730, so you might have missed the boat. I don't like chasing these types of stocks. So, yeah, from an investing standpoint, sure. But for trading options, I mean, if you don't know, I don't cover these stocks a lot because a lot of new traders who don't know what they're doing will get their face ripped off on stocks like this when you're trading options. Now, if you're buying stock and holding, that's different. Yeah, same thing here. I mean, you just got it's going to pull back. The question is when. It's going to pull back. So, you buy the breakouts, you buy the breakout of the resistance level. Right now it's a little bit too high, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it does not look like it's slowing down. Workhorse does not look like it's slowing down. It's living up to its name here. And Tesla pre-market went from 985 to 994. Man, the market's going to be crazy today. Market's going to be crazy today. We have to say I haven't traded for a few days, and last week I also had a light trading week, so I need to focus. I need to just look for good trades and not just try to make money. Look for good setups. Try to reposition myself. I haven't placed a new trade in a while, so I need to get back on the horse here and make some good trades. The market's opening here in like 30 seconds, but it looks like they're trying to buy the dip again. It's at SPY. SPY at what? SPY's at 309. SPY at 309. I mean, we're definitely seeing some consolidation happen here. Ranges are getting tight. It's getting stopped out here around the 312 area, 314. So right now it's at 309. So this definitely looks dangerous for SPY. The Qs, however, right now are 247. And I was saying this, I said this on Sunday night, on my Sunday night video. I think that I'm going to be trying to trade the Qs more than SPY because it looks like Qs are more predictable than SPY. SPY looks a little bit. I mean, SPY could go either way right now. If you're looking at QQQ, definitely there's a really nice trend intact here. At Snap has been ripping up hard. Snap has been ripping up. I mean, it's at 23.50. I mean, I would expect a little bit of pullback eventually to the 10-day, kind of come back 22 area, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Snap is just going insane. Snap's been doing well ever since they banned Trump ads. You know? Datadog really at 95 right now? Dang. So Carl, I'm gonna do my best to start learning how to trade Datadog. I haven't made a trade there, but I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely interested to see how it moves. I mean, it just keeps going up every single day. Just crazy. Just crazy. Datadog. What about Nokia? I heard there might be a big move. I don't know. I mean, Nokia, I mean, do they even do it? All they have left are what, government contracts? We just covered, Victor, we just talked about Workhorse. Yeah, Datadog. Datadog is definitely a stock I can get behind. Right now the market's kind of mixed. So we have Apple's down 74 cents. Tesla's down $3, but it's making a pretty big comeback here. Facebook's down. I mean, like the tech stocks are not even down today. I bet Boeing's looking like trash. Yeah. Boeing's down 2%. Boeing is garbage. Banks are down pretty big though, like you guys are saying. Banks, XLF, what we got XLF at right now? XLF at 23.50. So I definitely want to see what happens down here in the 23, lower 23. So it's approaching the lower 23 range here. XLF could bounce here. This is definitely bounce territory for XLF, so we'll see what happens. Where is... So JP Morgan definitely in bounce territory as well. Bank of America bounce territory. So I would be very careful to short here. Goldman Sachs also in bounce territory right now. So I'd be very careful. TLT's up a little bit, but I mean, TLT is getting some really, really nice movement here. However, it's getting a bit choppy. However, implied volatility goes up. You might be able to sell an iron condor or something in here if you want on TLT. Twilio. Oh, yeah, while we're on the banks, Michael, let's talk about Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley looks the best out of all of them. You know, it definitely is getting a tight formation here. I see a nice tight triangle forming. Could definitely move back up to 50, 52. But it could also revisit around 45. So right now, just kind of watch. It is in bounce territory around here, 46, 47 though. Could bounce for sure. You know, like Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, you guys have to understand that they get a lot of revenue from trading. And people are trading a lot right now. So that's why Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are doing better than JP Morgan and Bank of America, because they don't rely on the JP Morgan and Bank of America have a lot of exposure to mortgages, credit cards, that kind of thing that Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs do not, or not as much exposure. But they have greater revenues. They have a higher return on trading revenues. It impacts the stock more, and trading is up. Well, looks like Thinkorswim is lag. You know, why can't they just rewrite this program to make it faster? I mean, that's what Tastyworks did. So Tastyworks, like, what Tastyworks did was they rewrote the program from the ground up. And sometimes, like, rewriting a program, yes, it's a lot of work, but sometimes that's what needs to happen. Rewrite the software from the ground up. Make a web version for us. You know, come on, guys. You want people to use your platform. I can tell the quotes are lagging already. I know it's not me. So, yeah, Twilio looking bullish as well. This end of the day sell-off yesterday, I think tricked a lot of people, and then we had a gap down. I would not be surprised if we rip back up today. So this end of day sell-off yesterday got a lot of people to swing puts, and then we had a gap down on most stocks. which encouraged them. And if they didn't cash out, I think this is going to rip up against them. I mean, but that's just me. That's just what I'm thinking. That's just what I'm thinking. Michael, DKS. Dick's is actually doing pretty well. And to be honest with you, I mean, I didn't go to Dick's. I did go to Target, and I could see, like, now that the weather is nicer, people are getting outside. I mean, I bought some soccer balls for my kids. I've been having a lot of fun just playing some sports outside with the kids and that kind of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised, but also like kids teams. I know, like, especially like in Wisconsin, baseball leagues, stuff like that for kids have started back up. In Illinois, we still don't have sports. You know, we're basically the North Korea of America in Illinois right now. We're cut off from everything, only what they allow us to do. But right now, sports are open for kids, which is going to impact Dick's revenue. And I definitely, I mean, I think it kind of missed the boat here. You know, but if you're bullish on it, on this gap up, definitely it came at resistance here, you know, around the low 40s. Definitely would have been nice. Definitely looks like it's going to push up a little bit higher to like 45, 46 area as well, trying to close this gap up in here. The Attorney General study might suggest becoming a partial owner of Nokia because of the government contracts. Yeah, I think, oh, no, look at that. NASDAQ just turned green. NASDAQ futures. Tastyworks iPad version is annoying because you can't tap anything unless you have it in landscape. Listen, the iOS version of anything Tastyworks is annoying. However, the iPad version of Thinkorswim is actually really great. I use it a lot in bed when I'm just like looking up charts. Like last night, I was just in Discord. I was looking at charts, trying to get, you know, refamiliarize myself with what happened because I haven't been watching the market the last couple of days. So I was just kind of diving into the charts. I was up kind of late looking at the charts. And the iPad version of Thinkorswim is great. No complaints. It's amazing. Maybe just trade off of there. And a lot of times when I was trading with Thinkorswim, I would just trade in there on the iPad exclusively versus because you can tap select legs a lot easier than you can in the stupid desktop platform. And Webull needs to allow level 3 options trading so you can short some premium in there. Like, what's wrong with these people? Why can't they just? I know it's a lot of risk because a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they just don't have the money. I don't know. Yeah, gold is breaking out. So here comes the breakout that we've been talking about. Gold is starting to break out, so it's getting stopped out here around 1790. Could it push 1800 today? Can gold push 1800 today? I don't know. It dipped pretty hard. But, you know, might not be a bad thing if you buy some, you know, you could buy some contracts here if you want to buy the 1800s. Or if you just want to buy the futures outright, you can do that too. Tesla's well. Let's see what was what did I tell you guys about DocuSign? Watch the rip at open. Here it is. Told you. So predictable. Too bad I don't trade it within the first 15 minutes. Could have made a bag there. What's a good gold ETF? I mean, I like. You could trade GLD. You could trade GDX. I mean, I think I prefer GLD honestly. I prefer GLD honestly for myself. Stick with the Spiders ETS, but there's a bunch in there. GLD is nice. You could also GLD also has nice liquidity. If you have enough shares, you can sell some calls against it. So GLD is a winner. I agree, Brian. IAU. I think they're gonna pump this. I think they're gonna try to pump the S&Ps here. Pump the S&Ps. If you're trading on Tasteworks, you can trade the smalls, middle futures. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I can see here they have /SPRE. Right now they're down this morning. The one thing I hate about the smalls is you have to use Tastyworks charts, which we know are complete garbage. And that's hard for me. It's really hard for me. I want to consolidate my platforms, but I don't like that. I like the execution on Tastyworks, but I don't like the charts, and I don't like the execution on Thinkorswim, but I like the charts. So here we are, stuck. Here we are. Webull for pre-market and advert. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Webull's okay. Webull's nice, but I don't really open the app that much. I'll try to start using it again. If they don't allow spreads, there's not really a whole lot for me to do in there. I mean, I have been buying some naked calls and puts, but I don't really like just to roll like that all the time. Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, that's what I do currently, Daniel Matthews. I do Thinkorswim for charts and Tastyworks for options, but you know what also pissed me off is latest Tastyworks update. It freezes at the login screen. You have to keep logging in even though you have Face ID on. They need to get their act together. Like they need to fire their iOS senior lead. There's their iOS senior developer. They need to fire him and make it right. Make your own book. We talked about this. Is like I was like a couple weeks ago. I was like, hey, looking for investors. If you guys want to invest in a new brokerage, get on the ground floor. We're gonna make a brokerage that is designed for us. You know, for what? Literally all these people have to do is like listen to the trading community. Like listen to us. We're telling you exactly what we want. We'll trade more. You'll make more money. We're giving you exactly what. Well, you know, we use these products every single day. Every single day. You know. I wish Tastyworks had a lot of things. The only thing I use Tastyworks on is order execution. Everything else, you could throw it away. It's good for order execution. It's bad for everything else. Can't even. No, it's not even. It's not even worth mentioning because it's so garbage. So there goes your gold. There goes your gold pop now. There goes your gold pop now. Let's see if we can. I'll try to trade the precious metals right now. See if we can get in. See if we can get in for this pop here. Okay, so I put on a trade on with the small. See if we can get green on these precious metals here. We'll see what happens. I'm migrating away from Tastyworks. Yeah, I don't know where to go. Like I like Tastyworks order execution. I just don't like where do I go? Apple's ripping up. So we'll trade some precious metals here. We're ramping up here. Trading some precious metals futures. Sure. Tesla's all over the place this morning. 995 popped up above 1,000. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, like, where do you go? I mean, I don't like Fidelity. Maybe E-Trade. I don't know. I mean, I have an E-Trade account. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I mean, I have pretty much an account with every broker. You know, but I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Micah, maybe I'll look into it. I mean, I do love Tastyworks order flow execution. I like the fees. No complaints. I just want it all together. And I find that, you know what, I found that being on the go, like when I was on the go the last couple of days, having a consolidation of the platforms would be ideal. Like most people like can't sit at the desk like I can. Like I can sit at the desk and easily look at two platforms and trade at two platforms at the same time. But when you're mobile, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Yeah, Derek, I told you, bro. Like we're done with this. We're done with this straight hot basura. It's garbage. It's garbage. We'll throw our money away in Tesla and Amazon and Apple. You know? Bloomberg Terminal. Yeah, I mean, if we were operating on an extremely high level, yeah, Bloomberg Terminal would be ideal, but, you know, I don't think it's needed for the average retail trader. How do you know that word, Nick? Oh, listen. We're multicultural in the Chicago area, you know. I used to work in a lot of restaurants. Mostly just the swear words, though. You know, I learned a lot of Spanish in the restaurant industry. You know. But I mean, in Chicago, if you don't know Spanish words, you're gonna end up in some trouble eventually. And in Chicago, most people speak English and Spanish. I mean, I think our population, I don't think it's like 50%, but the Spanish population is extremely high. Yeah, DKNG is finally ripping up. So I think we can do ourselves a 2020 favor and delete BA from our watch list. I think we can do that. I think don't even look at it. Don't even open it. It's garbage. And I was saying this in the Discord. I've had some big wins in Boeing this year, in 2020. But when I look back at all my major losses, 100% of my major losses have come from Boeing this year. 100%. So what do? You don't trade it. You do not trade it. That's it. Go all in. WKHS. Yo, I'm not looking for an ulcer today. I'm looking to ease in. I haven't traded in a little while, so I'm looking to ease in nicely, Hank. I'm not looking to go in all in anything. Right now I'm trading a little precious metals on the small futures, and I'm just kind of chilling. Like I said, I think that if we look at SPY's coming back down to 309.50. Does look bullish though. I do think that I am going to trade more of the Qs versus SPY. Just seems that that's more predictable. But GLD's making some moves this morning, guys. GLD, watch it. Let's just push. GLD just pushed 165 up to 166. Looks like it's on the verge of busting through huge. Huge. Gold's at the top here, coming at the top of the range again. Just sitting. What's it going to do? What's gold futures going to do? Sitting right at the top of the range. Like we're here. We're here. It could get rejected. Could. But we'll see. I think it's going to be I think we're going to be good though, guys. We'll be good. We'll be good. So, we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna probably look at some trades. I'll be in the Discord. You guys all have a great day. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.